This this talk has been this video has been named as Syngin the Rising Star. Syngin International is the future leader, and there is very much interesting information on this particular stock or this particular company in this presentation. Syngin is putting science to work, quality, confidentiality, innovation, and science. That is what their focus is about. Okay, now let's talk about the company, the history of the company. Incorporated in 1993, Syngin is an international reputed contract research and manufacturing organization that supports R&D programs from lead generation to clinical supplies. It is into several fields like medicinal chemistry, biology, biopharmacy, toxicology, custom synthesis, process R&D, and clinical development services. Syngin is a subsidiary of Biocon Limited. Was established in 1993 as India's first contract research organization. The company has 25 years plus of unparalleled experience in novel molecule discovery, development, and manufacturing service. Syngin is a leading contract research organization in Asia. Innovative culture driven by expertise of highly qualified team of 5,000 employees and supported by state-of-the-art infrastructure and market-leading technology. The basic Syngin key facts and figures: it has more than 360 active clients, 8 collaborations with top pharmaceutical companies like GSK, Baxter, 400 plus patents held with clients, 4,200 plus talented team of scientists, including 460 PhDs, 90% employees are in the age group of 25 to 40 years. They have a revenue of 20,935 million for the year FY financial year 2020. PAT is around 3,662 million for financial year 2020. The capex invested as on March 2020 is 31,541 million. That's a good capex. Here, this slide gives an information on the partnership with global leaders across the world. It has got partnerships in large and mid-sized biopharma companies, animal health companies, agrochemical, CPG, chemicals, and polymers. One of the partnerships with the global leaders are GSK, Sanofi, Bristol, Amgen, Baxter, Merck, Bayer, FMC, Unilever, you name it. And their client base has kept on increasing from financial year 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. It has been a good growth. They never saw degrowth in client base. That's a very good sign of a growing company. The client footprint is quite good, which is divided into US, Europe, Japan, India, and rest of the world. This is the journey so far for Syngin. In 1993, it was established. In 2009, it had an annual turnover of 1,000 million. In 14, I believe they had lost the annual turnover of 5,000 million. And by 2020, they have crossed a turnover of 20,000 million. So they have had a good growth since their initial establishment, which is a very good sign. They've expanded collaboration with Baxter till 2024, BMS till 2026. So they have a lot of business which with the world leaders. Yeah, this slide gives information on the financial highlights. If you see the Q1 FY 2021, then it was affected due to COVID. So please don't look into this quarter, and you can look at the other quarters which has been before, like Q1 20, financial year 20 and Q4. There is a huge rise in revenues. There is a good rise in profitability from 720 to 12, 1202, 1,202 million. So there has been a good growth on quarter-on-quarter basis if you see the financial year 2020. But if you see the quarter of 2021, then the quarter-on-quarter, when you compare the quarter-on-quarter between Q4 FY20 and Q1 FY21, then there is a degrowth, which is obvious because of COVID 2019, wherein everybody was staying at home and there was no business. The world was standstill at a point of time. This is the financial year 2020 key highlights of the balance sheet or the revenues, the total revenues and the EBITDA and profitability, the profitability margins. If you see the margins are quite steady. If you see the profitability is quite okay. They have had a growth on all parameters on revenue, profitability, on EBITDA, on PAT margins, and stuffs like that. So they are doing good as far as the business is concerned. Look at this. This slide gives you confidence on the company since inception or since the way it has started, like financial year 16, financial year 17, 18, 19, 20. See, the total revenue has always increased and it has in fact grown at a compounded annual growth rate of 17%, which is quite good. There's growth in total number of clients, increase in average revenue from the largest clients, increase in number of services offered to the client. So this company is on a very good growth track, and I believe it is going to do deliver. It is going to deliver very strong numbers going forward. Look at the EBITDA revenues, like in financial 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There has been a steady growth of CAGR of 16%. Even PAT after tax, look at that. It's growing at 11% CAGR. So the company is on the growth track. It is growing company, and the past performance has been fantastic. We are expecting the same in future as well. Only due to the current turmoil or due to the COVID 2019, things are a bit difficult for any businesses to grow at this point of time. There's a shareholding pattern wherein the promoters are holding more than 71%, which is a very good sign. There's no chance of takeovers. Yeah, the rest 28% is with public and 1% is with employees trust. Yeah, so the free float percentage is 29%. Market cap is 1,60,000, 360 billion. Yeah. I did want to show the mutual fund holding also, but then I had less time this time, so I just managed with this information. Now, this slide gives an information on the world-class state-of-the-art infrastructure. Now, basically, what I wanted to show here is the API manufacturing expansion. They recently had an expansion completed. Commercial manufacturing to support the product launch in Bangalore, India, commenced operation in March 2020. So this is going to reflect in the balance sheet in near future, and they are going to scale up their revenues. They are going to scale up on their profitability because of this expansion. The other is the R&D expansion and research and development expansion at Genome Valley in Hyderabad, commenced operation in August 2020. So this all things are going to shoot up the revenues and the profitability in near future. Just the hurdle is the COVID 2019. Now, here I would like to highlight few investment rational, few achievements or few out of the box or few, like sudden surprises or sudden positive upside or some positive developments which the company has gone into due to COVID 2019. Because this was unexpected. The business was going normal and COVID came in and they got few approvals on the testing kits of COVID 2019, which was an unexpected business revenue generation in near future for about 6 months to 1 year. Yeah. The first is ICMR approval on the high media Syngene antibody test kit, which have been into business since maybe 2 months or 3 months down the line. Syngene ties up with high media laboratory to manufacture the ELISA test kit for the COVID-19. This is also since last 2 3 months. Syngene opens a COVID RT-PCR testing center to support Bangalore Hospital. RT-PCR testing has tested more than 30,000 samples for free of charge. They're helping the government as well as the state by doing the RT-PCR testing for free. And tomorrow, eventually, they may start charging if they feel that things, the number are keep going on increasing, then they may start charging. MyLab joined hands with Kiran Mojumdar Syngene to meet the rising demand for COVID testing kits. Syngene would reduce MyLab's dependency on international raw materials and would further strengthen India's self-reliance in fighting the pandemic. So basically, the raw material which is being used by MyLabs is the first one who got the approval from ICMR for testing kits. Yeah, and they have a very good facility. They produce the highest number of kits in a single day. So this is one business. RT-PCR testing is another business. ELISA testing kit is another business. Antibody test kit is another business, which has come up just in 6 months. This was not expected. Nobody knew anything about COVID-19. This company took it as an opportunity and increased the revenues when the other revenues stopped by this kind of transformation. So this is how a good company can cope up with the unexpected events and convert it into an opportunity. This is the investment rationale. During a time when nobody was going out, they managed to scale up their business, or they managed to continue their business at the same rates, and eventually they got into new businesses by creating or getting some new approvals on board. Now, this is another thing is that they had a tie-up with Baxter, and that has been extended until 2024. Syngene is ranked one of the fastest growing companies in India in 2019. I think it was, I believe it was 25th fastest growing company in India in 2019. So if this kind of performance keeps on repeating, maybe 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, or 5 year down the line, then it is going to show good business, good profits, and eventually the share price would rise. Syngene International today announced the commissioning of first phase of its new R&D center in Hyderabad. That is what we discussed in the previous slide. So these all in Feb 2020. So these all are going to add up in the balance sheet in the near future, which looks quite promising. And this is a slide on which they have got from Gilead, they have got a voluntary license agreement for Remedisfire. Gilead has signed non-exclusive voluntary licensing agreements with general pharmaceutical manufacturers based in Egypt, in India, and Pakistan, and out of which Syngene, a Biogan company, has also been given an voluntary licensing agreement to manufacture Remedisfire, which currently they are not doing, but they may come up into manufacture Remedisfire. So this can add into a business opportunity as well. So the investment rationale is like a company which is growing in a steadily at a good pace in the past will also grow in future, but that cannot be guaranteed. But looking at the scenario and looking at the flexibility the company goes into, and looking at the talent which they have by creating a pandemic into an opportunity to give business is quite good. The management, Kiran Shah, she is exceptionally very confident lady. She knows how to do her business and how to make it a profitable business and how to look into new business opportunities. So it is a very good company with very good management and a very good business profile, a solid business profile. Hence, we recommend to buy it on a long-term basis on every dip, 5% or a 10%, 15%, 20% dip, and it looks extremely good. This is a disclaimer. This is a purely for educational purpose. This is not a stock recommendation. Everyone should do their due diligence before investing. I do own a few stocks. This is so I may be biased. This is personal view, and everyone should take decisions on any stock I talk about by doing own independent research. Views are based on current scenario the company placed in currently. I'm merely sharing my opinion, no guarantee of gains or losses on investment. So this was a short video which I tried to put on Syngene considering the balance sheet, revenues, profitability. I concentrate more on balance sheet because the fundamentals or the performance is based on the balance sheet, the past performance, the revenue growth, and the profitability. So whatever they performed in the past can be delivered in future as well, and even better or at a good pace in future. So hope you like this video, and if you have any comments or area of improvement, you can let me know on this. Yeah. Thank you, friends. Bye. Take care.